All right.
Oh, 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 oh. We are here.
We're here. Oh
Yeah, let
boy.
me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you. Let me tell you, when you think, sometimes when you have technical difficulties, you just don't see it coming. But we saw it coming yesterday. It was on and popping. But guess what? We don't let that stop us. As Annette always says, her mom used to say, "One monkey don't stop no show." And that monkey, and that internet monkey, that technical difficult monkey, did not stop this show.
It did
We
not.
are here. Hello, 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 Annette. How are you?
I'm doing so good today. It's dreary outside, but that has nothing to do with the inside. It's a wonderful day to be alive,
Oh,
honey.
come
It
on,
really
say
is.
that again. She say it's dreary outside, but what did you say? It's a wonderful day to what?
Wonderful. On the inside, listen, and we are alive to tell the story, and we got a story to tell tonight. Okay,
Hey, we got a lot of stories to
a
tell
lot of
tonight.
stories.
I'm here to tell you. So if you have
Yeah.
tuned in with us tonight, we want y'all to know, get the word out. We wasn't here last night, but we here tonight. So I want you
Yes.
to please, ma'am, please, sir, get the word out. You have tuned in to Can We Talk? Brought to you by Movement Worldwide. We are a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a movement to move. I had to slow it down in that. A movement
Meant
to
to
move. Helping
move.
others listen to their purpose to live the best version of themselves and win. We've tapped in some winning information. We have some winners' resources. We're seated at the winners' table, and we invite you, and yes, you too, to sit right along with us, right, Annette?
That is so correct, Anita. Even though we weren't here last night, but that's all right. We still got the same table with the same chairs with the same information that I believe is going to be a blessing to you tonight.
And as we always say, like the saints used to say, come where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is what?
Going on,
Wine. She didn't
going
say
on,
going. She said, Guan. Where
going
the feast of the Lord is Guan on. So come
on.
where the table is fed and the spread, and the feast of the Lord is Guan on. We want you guys to tune in. We want you to let everybody know we're here. We're online. We listen. We always come on Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights is our informal night. We like to come in, let our hair down, just have a very simple conversation. Let me tell you something, and it's threefold because we start off with something and we go to the next phase and then to the next phase. Let me tell you, that third phase is something else. And we have a lot
Yes.
of fun. We have some inspiration, some information, some encouragement, and some empowerment. But before we get into our threefold conversation, we want to ask you all to do a few things for us. If you're tuned in on Facebook and YouTube, listen, we're Facebook, we're YouTube, and we're X, formerly known as Twitter. I always have to put that in, that X, formerly known as Twitter. I don't know why he changed the name. That was dumb to me. However, they named my company. He bought it for what, 52 billion, something like that.
Yeah, so I
So
think he
long
could
to
change the name if he
you.
wanted. He could put up
Yes,
X, Y,
yes,
and a
he
Z.
can. Yes, he can. So please, if you're watching Facebook, YouTube, or X, formerly known as, and listen, but you still have to put in twitter.com when you go online. I guess they'll be changing that too eventually. But if you're tuned in on either any one of these platforms, please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure you subscribe, follow, whatever you got to do. Follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our YouTube page, follow us on Facebook. Also, join our Facebook group. So if you're on one, go to the next platform and do the other. The other thing is hit a like button, because anytime you log on to Facebook or YouTube, there's a little like button at the bottom. You can hit a thumbs up, a heart, or something like that. I think the hearts and all of that are on Facebook, but you can hit a thumbs up button or something. Just let us know, hey, I'm with you. We love y'all. We just want to say y'all doing a good job. So hit us with a thumbs up. The other thing you can do, there's a curve button that with an arrow. Please hit that button. You can share it. You can share it on Facebook. You can share it on your page. You can also share it in DM. You can click that and it will say messenger. You can send it up as a personal message to anybody that you know. So you can share it on Facebook. On YouTube, you can click that link and copy it, and you can paste it into text messages, WhatsApp, email, anything. So please subscribe, like, and share. The other thing that we want you to do, you can sow a seed. We're a nonprofit organization. Any seed sown into this ministry, we always pray that it returns to you 100-fold. So you can sow via Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. You can also Zelle us at info@movementworldwide.org, or you can also become a covenant partner by giving a monthly gift. That's becoming a patron. And what you do, you want to know how to become a patron? You want to know how to become a patron? And they want to know how to become a patron.
Oh, they do want to know?
Yeah, they want to know. Should I tell them how to become a patron?
Yeah, go ahead and tell them, girl.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how to become a patron. You're going to, bam! Go to our website, movementworldwide.org. Click the red button at the top. It says become a patron. It'll take you to a website called patreon.com. You set up an account and set your amount. Now, we ask for $12 a month. That's our base amount that we ask for. Most of our patrons have made it for more than we asked for, and you can change your amount. But you can click on that link, sign up, set your amount, and it will automatically sow a seed monthly. That $12 a month is 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. That's one drink at one restaurant. Like if you go out to lunch about 3 or 4 times and go out to dinner like twice in a week, because I know a lot of you work, you're eating out at Popeyes and all those places, you go and get your little drink, get your little meal. You're paying $3 for that drink. We ask for $2.80 per week. So that's one drink. So sacrifice the drink some water, and sow that seed into Movement Worldwide. We need the seed. We love your ENCE and need your ENCE, which is PRESENCE, your presence, you being here, you sharing, you getting the word out. We can't do what we do without that. That we love, but we need your ENTS, PRESENTS. We need your gifts, your seed, your sowing. We need that because in order to do what we do, it takes the seed. So please, ma'am, please, sir, sow a seed. The other thing you can do, everywhere you see that globe above Annette's head and the acronym, follow us on all social media platforms at Movement Worldwide. And you can email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, and topic ideas to see ya. Good to see you. Thank God it's Thursday. She's talking about Happy Friday. Happy Free Friday. I like that. Happy Pre-Friday. So now it's time for us to go into our conversation. We're going to start off with those idioms and phrases, those quotes, those comments, those lines, those sentences, those things that just make you go, So we like to take it coming from a practical place and bring it home to some scripture and to some encouragement and empowerment. And it's called our transformational topic. That's our transformational topic. And tonight we have a special transformational topic for you. And that is sink or swim. Sink or swim. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
The practical meaning of this idiom is you are given no help so that you can succeed or fail completely by your own efforts. So it's like, for instance, when I was young, my brother had a method of teaching us how to swim. He would just take us and throw us in the water, and we'd be coughing and spitting up water. They wouldn't leave us out there, but they were like, you gonna sink or swim? And I was like, that was so cruel when I think that. That's a cruel way, but hey, I learned. But it's a cruel way to learn how to swim. But that's basically what it is when somebody just throws you out there in the deep and you don't have any, you just either you're going to sink or you're going to swim. But I want to give you a few vantage points of, some Bible, and I'm going to talk about some characters. One is Daniel. He was he was young when he faced the crisis that he faced. He was separated from his family. He was taken to another country, and he was forced to embrace its culture, and he learned to swim by trusting God. So technically, when it comes to trusting God, when you get into some sticky situations, it's going to feel like he's not there, but trust me, he is always there. And either you're going to trust him, and if you choose to not trust him, what you going to do, Annette? You're going to sinking. Remember that song? You're going to sinking. You're going to be sinking. Another one, Moses. His world fell apart at an older age when he trusted in himself. Then he spent 40 years learning how to swim by trusting God. Have to trust God, and still messed around and got ahead of himself and got in his anger, made him hit the rock, and he missed the promised land. Just couldn't hold it together. But he learned how to swim by trusting God. David. His crisis came when his life was threatened by a jealous king. He learned to swim by trusting God. The disciples faced their crisis when Jesus was crucified. Yet, as the risen Christ was revealed to them, they put their trust fully in him and learned to swim. So what crisis are you facing right now? Are you trying to manage it by yourself? See, a crisis can be seen as a friend or an enemy, a time to sink or swim, a job, a situation, your business that you're trying to get into, or your audition. You got this audition you're trying to make, and you're forced into a place. In a crisis, we learn to swim. We learn to trust in the power of God rather than our own strength. The Bible reminds us that the trials of life do not need to take us down. Instead of sinking down in despair, we learn to swim. We depend totally on God, and we grab the rail, his promises. If we fall back into the waters of this world, we can grab hold of his promises. They encourage us and give us hope. They encourage us to give our deepest hurts to God. They encourage us to give our hopes to God in prayer. They urge us to feed on his word for strength. Yes, we're talking about those hurts, we have the promises of God and we have those trials. And they insist that no matter how hard things look, how bad they get, we can trust the Most High. And when I look at, there's a particular scripture in Romans chapter 3, it says, and not only that, but we also glory in tribulations, knowing that tribulation produces perseverance, and perseverance, character, and character, hope. And when we know that when we have hope in God, we have hope that he is going to see us through. We have hope that God is going to carry us all the way. We have the hope that he says, when you make your bed in heaven, I'm there. When you make your bed in hell, I'm there. So we put our trust in him. Therefore, when we are faced with difficult situations, we don't have to fall into those sinking sands. We know that when it comes time, we remember to tighten up on our backstroke. So we learn to swim. And y'all know I like to take a word and I like to deal with it from a transitive and intransitive tense. I like to take a verb, and the verb I'm going to use tonight is the positive one. I don't want to use the negative one of sinking. I want to use the one with swimming. And in the intransitive tense, it means to surmount difficulties. And it means to not go under. That when I'm facing those difficulties, I know that my hope lies in the one who promised me that he will be with me until the ends of the earth. And if I hold on to those promises, I will not go under. See, sometimes when we're faced with trials, we're faced with some circumstances, we start going, woe is me. Oh God, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. And we start whining and crying, and we don't give it to God. We just start looking at this situation as though it has all the power. It doesn't have all the power. God does. He holds the power. And if you put your trust and your hope in him, you are going to do nothing but swim. You will not sink. So I'm here to tell you, hold on to your promise. Hold on to your purpose. Hold on to your dream. Listen, you in sink or swim time. And I can tell you about me. I'm going to swim. I refuse to sink. I refuse to sink because I know I don't have to. Because I know that there's somebody who throws me a lifeline. He has thrown out the lifeline. I do not have to sink and I don't have to drift. That's a whole nother one about drifting. But that is our transformational topic on tonight. Your thoughts, Annette?
That was really good. One of the things about learning how to swim is the fear of drowning.
Mm-hmm.
And so many times there's a fear of drowning. And you said something here. You said we have to learn how to swim, to depend totally on God and grab the rail of his promise. When I was learning how to swim, I'm not a good swimmer, but one of the things, I was so afraid of the person who was training me. I kept holding on of fear of drowning. And sometimes we have to trust God enough to know that he won't let you drown. He won't let you drown. Mm-hmm. It may seem like it. The water may get in your nose and you're coughing and whatever. But that is a scary thing for me when I was learning how to swim. And that's how it is sometimes in our visions and our dreams, that it can be scary. But we got to trust the lifeguard. We got to trust the lifeguard, call Jesus, that he will not allow us. I don't care how far you go out in the water. I don't care. He's sitting there. He's watching. He'll be there. So either you're going to sink, because if you sink, it's over, period. So that alone gives me what I need to say, you know what? Again, I may not be swimming like everybody else. I may be kicking these feet, but I'm going to make it because I know ultimately, if I don't do what I need to do, it could be detrimental to what God has called me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you were saying that, I said, wow, yeah, because we got to get. And they could talk. They talk about Peter. I love Peter. He stepped out of the boat, but you know what? What happened? He started. I mean, he did a lot more than a lot of us was do. I know we like. I hear preachers preaching. I'm like, yeah, right. You try getting out the boat, but but and when he began to sink, God reached down and got him.
Mm-hmm.
So even when it looked like you're sinking, God's going to be like He did Peter, reach down and pick you up and put you back on dry ground, and you could try it again and again, never give up. So I love that. Either you got a choice. Either you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim, and no in between.
No in between.
Ain't no in between. You got the water.
Ain't no in between. You either you gonna stay above the water or you gonna start sinking.
Yeah.
You better move something. You better move something. But the wonderful thing about it is that there's a lifeline.
I'll just think about buoy.
And you're gonna always stay afloat. And you have to be confident in that. You have to be confident. You have to know that. You have to believe that, and you have to walk in that. And that's the thing about it. So sink or swim. Listen, and for some of us, it's that time. For some of us, it's almost like do something or get off the pot. It's like stop. You either gonna do it or you're not. Stop talking about it. This is not the season to be talking about it. This is season either that dream, that vision is gonna sink or you're gonna swim. And I'm here to tell you, I ain't trying to lose nothing. I don't want to leave here and go to heaven with all my stuff, all my potential and all of my. I don't want to leave here until I've exhausted. I want God to get everything out of me. When I look at one of our friends, our mutual friends, Kojo, his grandmother, like what 105?
105? Yeah, I
still got her right mind.
Gosh,
still got her right mind, and just started taking medication like a year ago. Never had to take medication. Kojo had to tell her it was, he said it's vitamins. She said, why y'all giving me sick pills? She called them sick pills. He said, it's not sick pills, these vitamins. But to hear her talk about how God kept her in the right mind, it's amazing. So I all of that just blessed me. So yeah, so I hope this blesses y'all as much as it blessed us, and that you grab a hold of what God is giving you, and you're in 2024. Where and when we look at it, you look at today's date and how we are now at we're now what 21 days? Is it 21 days?
No, it's the 18th. Today's
18 days in. Well, we're 18 days into this thing. If you're 18 days into this year. 18 days into this year, man, tighten up on your stroke, tighten up on your backstroke, tighten up on your butterfly, tighten up. Hey, you better learn how to get it. Listen, don't let your dream or your vision or your purpose sink or swim time. Either you're going to do it or you're not. Period. All right. Period. All right. That was our transformational topic. Now get out your mugs. It's time for our toast. Let's toast. Bam. Can we talk? Bam. Y'all like that ring? Bam. Y'all see that ring? You see that ring? Bam. Bam. Compliments of Melissa's Bling Boutique. Paparazzi Bling Boutique. Log on to her. Actually follow her on Facebook. You see I got the matching necklace and the earrings and the bracelet. Bam! And here's our coffee mug. If you want our mug, please hit us up. They're $15, and that includes shipping. All right, good people. Now that we've got past our transformational topic, it is time for us to change gears. We're going to shift gears now and go to our next thing. We're going to go to our idiom. This woman is a quotologist, an author, a poet, a linguist, a wordologist, whatever you want to call her. We're going to pause for a moment for our Annette-ism. Yeah, she said that ring and set is gorgeous. Yes.
It actually is pretty.
We're going to pause for our Annette-ism, and the Annette-ism is brought to us by Annette L. Anderson. So we're going to pause for our Annette-ism. You still have time to share and let other people know that we're on tonight. We're usually on Wednesdays, but we're on tonight. We weren't going to let one monkey stop this show. So while we pause, please share. We'll be back in about a minute and a half. Please enjoy our Annette-ism.
Lord, why are people judged by the color of their skin? even though everyone's blood is red and is the same within. Lord, why is this world filled with so much hate for others? Even though God is love, yet this may never be discovered. Lord, why has the minds and hearts of so many wax cold? This craziness has gotten to a place that's totally out of control. Lord, why are there numerous wars that ends in death? Blood soaked into the ground is pungent. It will take your breath. Lord, why has this carnage and trouble not come to an end? You sent your son Jesus to help and atone us for our sin. He left, the Holy Spirit came, but he will come again. So let's not get disheartened on what we see with our eyes. It's all just a trick of the enemy and one big disguise. A day will come when those who died in Christ will rise, and those of us left here on earth will meet him in the sky. Lord, why? This is Annette's Expressions. All right. It is now time for the power tool. There are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. In other words, we've seen some craziness going on. Sometimes it just take a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. But if we have a conversation, you got to open up your ears and heart to hear it. In some cases, a band-aid, a covering, a hiding won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right, the power tool for tonight is going to be lack of direction. Lack of direction. Is your life feeling like a little like a GPS with a bad signal? We had bad signal last night. You know, where you got a destination in mind, but the GPS keeps rerouting. Have you ever felt stuck before? In other words, have you ever felt stagnant? Have you wanted or felt like wandering through life with no real direction, progress, or fulfillment? I want to say direction and purpose. That's a song. We'll talk about that later. You may be employed, surrounded by friends, and even able to do healthy things such as go to the gym at least every other day, which of course I don't, but I'm going to real soon. Some people might look at you and think you got it all figured out. Lord, every day is a new journey. Yet in reality, you're lacking fulfillment. I don't know about you, but I've been there. Like I remember telling God, something is missing. Lately, you may feel like your life is lackluster and you're yearning for something more. In a lot of cases, it may seem difficult to identify where the stuck feeling really is coming from. So it's important to take a proactive step to get out of this rut and discover what is missing from your life and what makes you feel content. So many times we get stuck in a place and we don't know how to get out. Feeling stuck in life can be confusing, frustrated, even sad. Fortunately, you can take it upon yourself to find the meaning in life and get out of this rut. My question to you, have you asked God what he's called you to do?
Mm.
Because so many times we're doing what we want to do and it's not even lining up with what God has said.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever felt stuck, you are not alone. Many of us experience this feeling at some point in our lives for different reasons. I don't care who you are. I've seen people that have amassed fortunes, and I mean they lived what I consider the high life, and they're still stuck because they're missing something. The problem is that understanding why you feel this way isn't always easy. However, you can get out of this rut and discover what's missing from your life in the process. You got to figure it out. And I just want to give you a couple things. There's so many other ways to really deal with that being stuck in that rut, in that place uh, that it seems like the day you can't determine day from night because we get stuck there. First, stop paying attention to what others are doing. You should turn your focus inward and look at what you want and what makes you happy. So many times, Anita, we base our lives on what we see on social media. We base our lives on what we see what other family members have and what they are doing, but that may not be what you've been called to do. And you have to be careful putting on people's shoes that you think you can walk in. My husband was a 13. Trust me, when I put on his shoes, I had to hold my feet real tight to get from point A to point B. Why? Because his shoes are too big for my feet. And so many times we're trying to walk in shoes that don't belong to us. That's not what God had called you to do. That's not what He anointed you to do. That's not what you're supposed to do. And a lot of times we want to do something so grand, and because we see all the social media and we see this and that, but you don't know their story. You don't know their struggle. You don't know what it takes to be who they are. So you got to put effort in realizing your dreams and deciding what you want to work toward in your life. And don't just wait for your dreams to fall into your lap. But baby, you got a long wait. I know you're wonderful, and I know you're the best thing that ever was. But 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna knock on your door and tell you here's your dream. So you got to figure out what you need to do. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. That was one of the most difficult things for me, to step outside of the norm, what I was used to. I had to step out and do some things that frustrated me. Some things like I don't know how many times I've told God, I can't do this with movement. I don't know how many times I quit the movement. I ain't never tell Nita. But I quit because I was afraid to step outside of my comfort zone. See, in the comfort zone, Nita talked about that swimming, sink or swim. In the comfort zone, I didn't have to swim. I was right on the edge of the water. See, so it didn't matter. But when you step outside of your comfort zone, you may have to get into that deep water. Then what? This made me be intimidated to step outside of your comfort zone, but taking risk can help you to feel alive and fulfilled. Y'all don't even understand. I thought when I retired, it's going on 3 years. I said, oh Lord, I'm gonna be bored. Listen, I have stepped outside of my comfort zone. I've done things that was never even on my mind. It's one thing to have an idea what you're gonna do, but it's another thing when God tell you that this is you're gonna do this, and you didn't even have it nowhere in your mind. So you have to explore your little dreams and see if there are any clues within them that will make your life different. Because sometimes you do have some idea of some things, but maybe not all things. Like I said, I didn't know some of the stuff that I'm doing now. I had some idea of certain things, but God opened up a whole new door for me. Why? Because I stepped outside of what I was used to. And so let me say this to you. Look how fast 2023 went. It was like blank, blank, and then here we go in 2024. So now we've had all those days of a lot of times of doing nothing, staying in the norm because it's safe. So I'm gonna stay here because it's safe. I don't have to worry about if I stay here. I don't have to worry about nobody talking about me. If I stay here, I don't have to deal with certain situations. Well, let them talk, because to really be honest, they talking about you in the stagnant state that you're in anyway. So you might as well give them something to talk about. That's how I look at life. Now, finally, you have to determine your values. Let them guide you. What's your values? How do you view life? Have you stopped just for a moment and looked at life? I'm not just saying getting up in the morning and do the ritual, brush your teeth, wash your face. No, I'm talking about when you step out and you're looking at life. I was outside today and it was these birds, and they were very annoying and loud. But it was like three of them, that like they sparrows. But I looked at those birds and I said, God, look at you. Look at your hand. If you did it for them, you can do it for me. And so when you doubt, do something kind for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Do something for somebody else. So many times we're trying to do for ourselves. Some of my greatest blessing is because I've blessed somebody else. And Anita can attest to this. We bless people. Not to talk about it, no, but it made me feel a certain way. I said, God, I feel like I'm alive. I feel like I did more than just get up in the morning, go to work, come home, cook, get the kids in the bed, and start all over again. That was just existing for me. That was not living. Are you truly willing to allow God to be the architect of your dreams, even if He has a better ones than the biggest one you have today? See, sometimes some of our biggest dreams, God's got something bigger than that. But meaning you are willing to completely entrust your dream, and it's happening. Maybe it may never happen, but you have a dream. But I've learned something about a dream. Even if it never comes to pass, I'm going to put that dream in God's hand, because I realize if it's in God's hand, if it's meant to be, then it will be. So, you know, so sometimes you have to change your outlook, and you know, you have to look at life different. You have to look at yourself different. You have to examine yourself. Sometimes I know the Bible talks about we shouldn't speak of ourselves higher than we ought, but sometimes a lot of us don't even think highly of ourselves. We look at the mirror and look at the mirror. And we see this person looking back at us. You know, some people feel good about themselves, but there's so many of us that's looking in the mirror and we don't like what we see. We hate our hair. We hate our nose. You know, we begin to look back, but God said, but I made you in my image. So if he made you, that means he has something for you to do. So change your outlook and bring his best dreams for your life to the foreground as you draw near to him, and that they may just exceed the biggest dream that you ever had. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm getting ready to end this. The biggest dreams, I had some dreams that I thought it was just amazing. Oh, I'm going to do this. But God has blown my mind. He has put me in a place where I could stand before thousands. I'm not saying I would be nervous, but the minute I open my mouth, I allow God to step in. So whatever that dream may be or that vision may be, you got to just know that one of the problems that we really have, because we lack direction, we don't know if we're coming or we going. We don't know if it's day or night. We don't know if it's right or left. We just exist. But I want to leave this scripture with you. This is one of the scriptures that I love to apply to my life, and it's Proverbs 3, 5 and 6 is very familiar. It said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart. And lean not to your own understanding, because there's going to be some things that happen you're not going to understand. In all thy ways, you got to acknowledge him, and he should direct thy path. The reasons so many of us don't have a lack of direction, because we have not allowed God to direct our path. We'll try to do things sometimes that we're not called to do, and then there are other times we're doing things that we've been called to do, but it's not our times. So just trust in the Lord with your heart. I'm not talking that beats in your chest. I'm talking about your will and your intellect. That thing, that core who you are, that you begin to trust God. And so even if you're in a place in your life where that you lack direction, and even now sometimes I have to go back and look and say, okay, God, what I can do from here. Just trust him, y'all, and know everything's going to be okay. And he shall direct thy path. And that is it for me tonight. That's the power tool.
You know, and that, you know, the important thing about that, though, and that when we start talking about trusting God and believing God for our dreams and our vision, is that we have to remember, and I posted this in my comment, that God is the author and the finisher. He is both. So we have to trust him. You can't say that you do, put our own stamp of approval on it, or we try to help God. Somebody said, do we really trust God? There's a couple of things. God doesn't need your help with directions. Just follow his. And there was another one that says, do we really trust God? Now that is the question.
That's the question.
That's the question. Do you really trust God?
Do you really trust him?
If you really trusted God, then you wouldn't be so off on your journey. If you really trusted God, you wouldn't be around whining and crying, even when things go wrong. Everything doesn't always work out the way you think it's supposed to work out. Yeah. It doesn't. But at the end of the day, God is the author and the finisher. So let him do what he does and stop trying to help him, because you can't even understand his ways or his thoughts. He says, your ways are not my ways, neither are your thoughts my thoughts. So stop trying to be God and just trust God. Mm-hmm.
And to answer that question is, most time we do trust him when everything's okay. So it's not saying we don't trust God. We have selective memory. Everything's wonderful. We trust him. But the key is, do you trust God when everything's not right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, we do trust him. Yeah, we trust him. Mm-hmm. But it's conditional.
Exactly. It's always conditional.
Yeah.
Woo! So we're done with phase 2. We've had phase 2 of our conversation. We started off with the transformational topic, sink or swim. And then we had our power tool, lack of direction. Now, y'all, it's time for those topics. But before we get to those topics, now, y'all know we like to go from the news, the good, bad, and the ugly. We keep it light, but keep it real. And we got some stuff to talk about this week. So we keep it light, but keep it real. Before we go into our tea time topics, we're going to pause for a commercial break. We will be right back in about 2.5 minutes. You still have time to share. Don't go anywhere. If you're here, just go grab you some tea because it's time for the tea. We got the tea all the time. So we'll pause for our commercial break and we'll be right back.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with the Andersons. Each and every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on multiple platforms. For more information and other services, visit AnnetteLAnderson.com. Your faithful co-hosts, Annette and Anita, along with the best mods this side of heaven, are live on Clubhouse in the Movers and Shakers house with Operation Manifestation every Friday night at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss this fiery conversation. If you don't have your copy yet, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Another milestone reached. Get your copy of The Wow Effect by Anita Faye Wilson, available on all platforms, or you can visit AnitaFayeWilson.com. And you can always catch us live on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. for Can We Talk? Join us with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Get yours today. They're $15 and that includes shipping. Sow good seed into good soil. You can sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, Zelle at info@movementworldwide.org, or by becoming a patron. You can visit our website at movementworldwide.org, click the red button, go to patreon.com, and set up your account today. And remember to follow us on all platforms. Like, subscribe, click that notification button, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
I didn't bring us in for our little class.
That's all right. I was playing.
It's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. Say what? Tea Time Topics. Come on, Annette. Come on. Get your dance on. Come on. Get your dance on.
Let me
Come on now.
my shoulder, Anita. Ow. My shoulder.
I forgot to bring us in. I'm sitting here going, wait a minute. I didn't bring us in. Well, it's time for our Tea Time Topics. Y'all know we like to go from the news, the good, bad, and the ugly. We keep it light, but we keep it real, and we give you some history. So we're going to start with number one of our Tea Time Topics tonight. We're starting off on a good note tonight. Black girls rock. Look at this. More than 150 Black women of all ages, all dressed in black, convened for a photo shoot on Saturday afternoon in downtown Fayetteville. The event, 100 Professional Black Women in Black, was the brainchild of Tiffany Campbell, a youth counselor and community activist. She wanted to give women a chance to meet other women going through the same struggle and a chance to network, to fellowship, and just lay eyes on each other. Listen, there's power in that. So much power in that. I did not know how powerful it would be. I brought my own daughter, Helen Ann, dressed in black, and made it clear to her that this was her day. Me and my son Sam played the background, which suited him just fine. The women in black, many of whom were accompanied by daughters of younger female relatives, gathered in a luxury suite at Segra Stadium overlooking the ballpark where the Fayetteville Woodpeckers play. It was just after a big rain broke. The show went on as well for another event downtown Saturday, Legacy of a Woman, a prayer event at the Stadium Event Center. It was part of a celebration of the new movie musical, The Color Purple. Guests had earlier watched a private screening on film at the Omni Cinemas in Sycamore Dairy Road. They were photographed by multiple photographers, including the Fayetteville Observer's Andrew Kraft at the stadium, then at the Market House further down Hay Street. Campbell told them on Sunday that she had received many texts and emails from women who had enjoyed the event but wanted more time to chat and meet others. As more women filled in, Campbell encouraged everyone to meet at least two people. I escorted Helen Ann as she met two girls around her age. One of the girls was photographing the day's activities. A powerful moment came when the women and girls joined hands and encircled a historic building that had once been the city's symbol and in a distant past was the site of auctions of enslaved people. They sang songs like Lean on Me and We Are Family. It has become almost cliche to say Black Americans have come a mighty long way, but the truth of the matter is that we have. The moment on Saturday, of which there is not another in city history, serves as a symbol of that journey. That's amazing. I like that
It's
story.
so amazing.
I love that story. I
I
love
do
that
too.
story. I could just see the power in that. And there were a lot of events that took place on on and around the time of The Color Purple. And one, I wish I had the information that I could put it up, some pictures that I could put it up right now. We'll probably cover it. And maybe we'll bring her on because Honeybell Bay
It
and
would be,
Cleveland,
yeah,
she was one who
that'd be
did the
good.
first one, and they came out in purple. And it was a powerful event. I think we are going to bring her on and interview her about
Yes,
it. I think that would
yes.
be
I think
really
that would be
cool to bring
amazing.
her on. And it's amazing when you can see the power in women. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was so good. And I love the fact that they brought their young girls, children to be able to see unity because when you look at the news and social media, they don't always show us in the best light.
Right.
So to see, it don't matter that some people are doing great things. They don't. And so to see this, it was just a wonderful thing to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so next year, it'll probably be even bigger, whenever she
Yes.
decides to do it again. Yeah.
Yes. Honey, hell yes. Bring Honey Bell Bay on. Definitely, definitely. But you know what?
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
love stories like this that empower women. Oftentimes, it's said that women can't get together, women can't do anything powerful and strong because women are catty. But when you see stuff like this, you see that it is definitely possible. So we love it. Black Girls Rock. We definitely want to give that a up and the applause.
Yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Applause, applause, applause. Black Girls Rock. I got to get us a Black Girls Rock sound. Black Girls Rock sound. All right, fellas, come on and take us to the next topic here. Huh?
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, I call this story wrote a check they could not cash. Okay.
Woo! Okay.
Authorities in town of Conway, Arkansas arrested three white people who were part of a massive brawl that broke out outside a local entertainment center that many in the community assert was started because of racism. The fight happened last weekend, y'all, with several videos of the aftermath surfacing on social media showing one white woman yelling racist slurs and anti-black obscenities at a group of black people. According to the Faulkner County Prosecution Office, a group of adults leaving Maley's Entertainment Center on January 6th start mocking a black teenager who was outside with his hand tucked in his pants to keep warm. A group of teenagers came to the teen's defense, and an argument started in which someone started hurling racial slurs. The dispute escalated to an all-out fight that grew in size, with several people shoving, kicking, and punching each other. At one point, somebody reportedly even pulled out a knife. Authorities estimated that between 20 and 30 people were involved in the melee. Even though people on both sides suffered some injuries, police records revealed that a 16-year-old black teenager suffered severe lacerations on his lips that reportedly required 12 stitches and even lost some teeth during the fight. His mother showed up to a city council meeting days later saying that her son was stabbed in the face. I never thought I would be in this situation, the woman said, according to KRK. I got a FaceTime phone call. He's screaming, Mom, I need your help. I can't even imagine as a mother. Black leaders of several town organizations, as well as many community members, also vocalized to city leaders that they believe the incident was a hate crime. We do not believe it. We do believe it was a hate crime. Executive Director of Little Rock Freedom Fund, Don Jeffrey, said, according to the Arkansas Times. The kids were targeted because of the color of their skin. We demand action. The children needs to be safe. The parents need to feel safe. The community needs to feel safe. Authorities arrested 3 white adults who lived in a town outside of Conway for their roles in the clash. These adults are identified as 52-year-old Chucky Hartwig, 33-year-old Kelly Kennedy, and 62-year-old Michael Kennedy. They're too old for carrying on. All of them was charged with a variety of felonies and misdemeanors. This is what they posted on their site. The city, we are deeply saddened by the violent incident that occurred on Saturday night. We unequivocally condemn the acts that took place and will not stand for any form of violence or racism toward our staff or patron. We want our community to know that we are fully cooperating with the authorities in their investigation and taking all steps necessary to ensure Mavis remains a safe and enjoyable place for all. Our thoughts are with the family. The reason why I named it this, wrote a check they could not cash because that one dude got his tail tore up. You see him bleed?
I saw. Yeah, listen.
Uh-huh.
I see the blood running all down his face. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, his eyes swole. He got tore up. And I think I looked at the video. I think she was intoxicated. She was just a cursing. I really believe if you'd have thumped her, she'd have fell over, honestly, from the way she was acting, But this is still, and for Nikki Haley said that this country wasn't racist. Girl, shut up. Just hush. Just be quiet, because there's racism on, really, to be honest, on both sides of the coin. So
you see what Jassy saying?
Yeah.
They learn, Jassy.
No.
Look, they learn. Let them keep on, because and the thing is, it's time out for this passive, like, oh, I'm not going to say anything, because it used to be a day when people wouldn't say anything, but we tired of this foolishness, and there comes a time when people just get tired of it, and I guess they didn't expect it to end up as big as it did, and then he walking around all bloody, blood pouring all down his eye, down his lip, and everything else. And sorry, I feel sorry for the kid that lost teeth and
yeah,
in the face and stuff. It's ridiculous. That stuff has to go to that point. It doesn't make sense, all because of the color of their skin. But let me tell you something: you mess around and you walk up on the wrong one. Like homeboy threw that hat up in the air in Alabama, and they came from every which way but loose on their behinds. Listen, y'all keep on. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's gut wrenching, and I like it. So the big old womp, just a big womp for them. My God, today, whew, makes me mad. In that. Whew, come on, fellas, get the trash off the stage.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Woosah. From a sheet to a uniform. Giving them topics from a sheet to a uniform. Police chief of East Cleveland, all right, honey, has been suspended pending an investigation into a collection of racist, homophobic, and anti-Semitic texts he admitted to sending that he called satire. Local news outlets report that Police Chief Brian Gerhardt's texting history reveals he sent and received numerous memes between 2019 and 2022 that contain offensive material. Many of those memes that Gerhardt sent and received contain the following: several photos of Nazi leader Adolf Hitler, including one meme that claimed he was right about the Jews, an image of a Nazi war helmet that was described as very cool, multiple homophobic memes, including an anti-LGBT quote purported to be from former Nazi SS officer Klaus Barbie. One image that includes the phrase American presidents are slaves to the Jews, a suggestion that a prominent Nazi would renounce his citizenship because of all those homosexuals in Germany today. It's tongue-in-cheek stuff. There's no racism there. Really? You can go online and find this stuff anywhere. Doesn't mean that it's not racist. Gerhardt told the local news outlet. Can you believe he said that? It's tongue-in-cheek stuff. There's no racism there. What? Really? I think they're satire, he said. Gerhardt was appointed as chief of police in October 2022 amidst the backdrop of internal upheaval within the department, in which numerous officers were criminally indicted for civil rights violations, felonious assault, aggravated robbery, bribery, and theft. Oh, they just all messed up. His attorney, Allison Hibbert, sent copies of Gerhardt's text to local news publications. Gerhardt accused Gardner of trying to discredit his reputation following his appointment as police chief and efforts to rehabilitate the force. The fact that he saves memes that are 2 or 3 years old and all of a sudden turns them over to his lawyers is questionable, Gerhardt said. He was my supervisor at the time. And if he had issues with memes, then why was I not disciplined? Hibbert claimed that Gerhardt has a well-established reputation as a Nazi sympathizer and anti-Semitic, a racist and homophobe, and added that the consequences of placing someone with these ideals in a position of power are tremendously far-reaching. Jesus, let me tell you something today. This stuff right here, y'all see this right here? This is it. This is, oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Even though he was suspended from his position after the holidays, many have called for his resignation. I know that's right. After the text came to light, I want him to step down, East Cleveland City Council President Juanita Gowdy said. The Jews don't deserve it. We don't deserve it. Nobody deserves that kind of nasty behavior. According to the census data of East Cleveland, is mostly populated by Black people. Data reveals that 88% of the city is Black and 7% is white. He better be careful. Dude, you are grossly outnumbered over there. Goodness. Great time. Can you believe it? Your thoughts, Annette?
Well, I was offended when he said about Martin Luther King had a dream. But what's his name? Put it back up, Anita.
Hold on.
Martin Luther King had a dream, but whoever had a Remington. See that Martin Luther? See, I had a dream, but James Earl Ray had a. And then he shows, unarmed Black men get shot, but armed white men, they just walking away yawning, and that's more than that's the sentiment. That's how a lot of them think, and he has no business being in leadership.
You see what Jazzy put up?
Yeah.
He does. Oh my God! Today, it's just annoying when you see stuff like this, and it's like we thought we were kind of past it, but we weren't past it, and he gets this. He gonna mess around and end up in the right spot, and he gonna be looking around like, oh my God, somebody gonna get you. You better be careful because everybody ain't passive.
And he has no problem with it, Anita.
He doesn't.
He has no problem with it.
He does it boldly. Keep on. Keeping on. You're gonna be looking like that man on that previous topic. You'll be looking just like that. Keep on keeping on. My God, today this is ridiculous. But you know what? Hey, we expose it right here. And I think Jesse had the best comment right there. He does kind of look like it, doesn't he? Look at him looking stupid. I'm like, ridiculous. Come on, fellas, get the trash off the stage.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. Ooh, we need a break from him. All right. So this one here is Black Don't Crack. 3 decades ago, Tawana Tynes proudly represented Virginia State University with joy. Alongside a few other beauties, she was part of the HBCU Spirit Squad, passionately cheering for the school's athletic department, all in the spirit of blue and orange. In 1995, as per a Facebook post, she shared Tynes and 3 of her 15 Three of the 15 Spirit Sisters from 1994 were photographed in a widely shared picture labeled Faces of Black America. Now it seems that the flicks of those same VSU baddies, fast forward a few decades, are being shared all over and on their way once again to being another viral sensation. So we're talking about that first picture to the second is like 30 years difference. The girls from the first picture, once known as the Woo Woos, met up for a reunion at the 2023 Labor Day Classic, marking their approaching 30th anniversary on the squad. The beautiful quartet, now in their late 40s and early 50s, playfully put on their Trojan uniforms, recreating the first classic picture. Times paired the two new pictures, one with them in all white and the other with them in the school colors, both with tiny skirts and mid-riff tops. Wow, y'all look good, ladies. With one from back in the day. Each woman looked just as stunning as they did in the 90s, according to social media. They are aging like fine wine and representing Black girl magic to the fullest. Y'all still look amazing. Plus, Black don't crack. Well, it depends. Some of it I've seen quite a bit of cracking lately. Wrote one online user amidst a ton of fire emojis, googly eyes, and hearts in the days on Facebook alone. The post received over 13,000 likes and over 191 comments. These ladies look amazing. Laverne Burris Johnson, one of the women in the shot, says she is humble that she can still look good in a uniform. Okay. Words will never express how humbling it was after all these years to wear a cheerleading uniform that symbolizes so much to so many. Ms. Johnson said, 30 years ago, I was afforded an opportunity to experience a school, a cheerleading program, and a coach that transformed my and many other lives. I am proud and honored to be a part of the VSU family, but don't think the ladies are just basking in the glow of the internet fame. With so many eyes on them, they hope to turn the picture frenzy into an opportunity to raise money for the current woo-woos on the campus.
All right.
As we commemorate our 30-year class journey, we aspire to raise a minimum of $30,000 in donations to assist with our beloved Virginia State University Woo Woo program, as cheerleaders do not receive scholarships for cheering like many other athletes. The group said and prepared a statement. So a lot of those girls, they don't get scholarships. I think I did know that my daughter used to cheer. So no, you don't.
Wow, they do look bad. Hey, I had to give it to the sisters, honey.
Me too.
They kept it tight, right? They look good. They look good. So we definitely give them a thumbs up and an applause. Yes, y'all look good, honey. And listen, Black don't crack. You know, it started like crusted up a little bit after a while.
But they look so pretty.
They do, beautiful women, and you know, it's amazing to see that. And I'm glad that they posted that so that you can see that they, you know, listen. Hey, we keep it together, and you know, and even to do some great things to raise money again for the Woos.
That's it.
Funny flag us, but
that's right.
All righty, so that was a good story. I like that story. I love when I see positive things like that. We needed to take a break from the foolishness, although we go back into foolery in a minute. Come on, fellas, take us on to the next tea time topic.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Whew, Lord have mercy. You know, it's some interesting things happening in the world.
Yeah.
God, today. Watch how you treat folks. Watch how you treat folks. The president of Lincoln University in Missouri was placed on a paid leave Friday after students and alumni called for his ouster following a senior administrator's death by suicide this week. President John Mosley volunteered to be placed on paid leave while a third party reviews personnel issues and concerns about mental health after Antoinette Bonnie Candia Bailey died Monday, the university's board of curators said in a news release. As a board, we are committed to make certain that mental health of Lincoln University employees is a priority and that every employee is always treated with dignity and respect, Board President Victor Paisley said. The board has confidence in the leadership team we have at Lincoln, but as we all work together to serve students and the Lincoln University community, this review will fully examine important questions, concerns, and gather facts. Dr. Mosley agrees those issues should be examined and has volunteered to go on leave during the review so that it can move forward in a fully independent way. Candia Bailey, who was the vice president of student affairs, took her own life in Illinois. Her mother and husband told NBC News, Jesus, she had a husband. That's really sad. I lost my space. She took her own life, and Jesus, they told NBC News in interviews Friday. She was 49. My God. Yeah. She was 49 years old. They said that she had been terminated by Mosley on January 3rd. The school did not respond to a request for comment about Candia Bailey's termination and referred to her as a beloved alum and leader in a Facebook post announcing her death. Her mother, Veronica Candia, and husband, Anthony Bailey, told NBC News exclusively that she told them that both during the holidays last month that her relationship with Mosley had deteriorated. She never gave me any specifics about what he did or said, Candia said. Mosley did not return phone and email requests for comment. Bailey said his wife was depressed and did not feel supported in her role at the university. Although the university's board did not respond to specific questions about why it is conducting a review, Monica Graham, who had been friends with Candia Bailey since they met during freshman year at Lincoln University, said she received an email from the administrator on the day she died. You intentionally harassed and bullied me and got satisfaction from sitting back to determine how you would ensure I failed as an employee, proud alumni, Candia Bailey wrote in one section, according to the email shared by Graham. Candia and Bailey said that they had not been contacted by Mosley since Candia Bailey's death. They said that they had only been contacted by the president of the board of curators, who on Thursday asked for written permission to have a memorial service for her. Sherman Bonds, the president of the university's National Alumni Association, is among those who have called for Mosley's ouster since Candia Bailey's death. We need new leadership and obviously to heal, he said in an interview Friday. My primary concern is institutional care has been breached, and that falls on the office of the presidency. Wow. Mental health, when they need to talk about mental health, they don't. But when they're talking about gun violence, they want to go to mental health.
Mm-hmm.
That's something?
That's something. And with her, it was more that her friend had said, and that she had actually written a letter to the powers to be at the college about him, the president. And they say they couldn't do anything about it. And she was saying that he just made her life miserable. It's a whole lot more to her story. And I would say you have to be careful how you treat folks, because you don't know. This is a young woman, and she just got whatever. I'm glad she didn't walk into that college and do nothing.
I know.
But her and that dude, the president, she was she sent to her friend, said he would just sit back and wouldn't listen to her. She needed some time off, wouldn't give it to her. She was struggling, obviously. And then usually
usually there are, sometimes there are signs, sometimes you don't know, but sometimes there are signs, and here there were clearly signs that she was struggling.
Yes.
She had some issues, and he blatantly ignored them. And then fired her. And so, of course, when you're already having mental health issues and you feel yourself crumbling, an event like being fired just takes you over the edge. And that is what's sad about it. And I think he should step down as well. I think he should be fired.
I think, because especially she probably got a paper trail. That's why they investigate. Pretty lady.
Wow, pretty lady.
She just couldn't do it no more. And then you fired her right after the holidays. And she knew she was struggling. She asked for time off. You and give it to her.
That's crazy.
You know, we have to be, I don't know. I wasn't there, but I know that's a loss, a beautiful black woman.
Our
I don't
heart,
care what else she is, just
yeah.
the fact that, she decided that she couldn't do it no more.
Our hearts go out to her husband and her mom.
Yes.
Our hearts go out to them, and our thoughts and prayers. We don't have a sound for that, but anybody that's struggling needs to say something. You need to come forward, say something, tell somebody, and when you see somebody struggling, don't just sit by and watch.
Oh
Family
my
has
God.
access to a paper trail. I hope so too, Jassy, and because that would be some great ammunition to get him out of there so they can get good leadership
Yeah.
at the university.
Yeah.
Somebody who cares about the people. You have to care about the staff because your
Yeah.
staff is teaching people, and that's it. And then y'all wonder why people come and shoot up places and all. People be struggling, and you have to, and obviously there are signs, and there were signs there.
Oh yeah.
There.
Oh yeah.
Sad. Sad. My heart breaks for her family, and we don't have a sound for her. So we're just going to go on to the next topic.
I know it.
Jesus, that hurt my heart.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, so this one here I call What's Our Excuse? Harold Brown, a 60-year-old barber from New York City, proudly claims the title of the best one-arm barber in the world.
Ooh.
With only his right arm skillfully working on the razor, he continues to prove himself as a teacher of the American Barber Institute. Born with a non-functioning left arm due to a birth defect, Brown has faced several challenges growing up in Jamaica, Queens. He was called hurtful names, leaving him with a constant need to prove himself. He took a wrong turn in life of crime, spending over 30 years in and out of prison. While behind bars, a fellow inmate named Desperado taught him how to cut hair, which ultimately changed his life. Brown honed his skills through determination and practice, learning to work with all hair types. He said, I was tired of doing wrong. I needed to do something right in my life. I was at a rock bottom in jail. I had nothing, nowhere to turn. He told PIX 11. Returning to society, Brown found his calling in barbering. He started at a Harlem shop and later became a teacher, y'all. Listen now. A teacher at the American Barber Institute in Manhattan.
All right.
Teaching others became a passion for him, and he proudly shared his expertise with his student. Despite having just one arm, Brown never considered a real obstacle in his career. I've never had two hands to use in learning the craft of barbering, so I always had to use one hand, he said. I had to learn to use a razor and had to learn how to use the machines. Once I learned it, I got it. The hardest part about cutting hair with one arm is when a person sees you with one arm and doubts you. So you're looking at people you never know. Barbers are known for their precision, and Brown is no exception. He believes that every barber must have a razor hand. Brown takes pride in his students, like Herberto Harris, who now also teaches the craft. Despite what anyone else think of you, if you love yourself and believe in yourself, you can make it, Brown said. And so that's why I asked the question, what's our excuse?
What's our excuse? Yeah. If this man can do what he's doing with one hand, and and it's always amazing to me when we have the use and activity of our limbs. And just like the guy who plays the piano with his feet, he plays the piano and guitar with his feet. I watch him all the time on Instagram. He doesn't have arms. And so he plays with his feet, and it's amazing. He is really amazing. And so when you see people like that doing incredible things, you have the use and activity of your limbs. You have your eyes you can see. You have your voice you can speak. You have your ears you can hear. But yet and still, sometimes we see some of those incredible things happening with people who don't have it. They don't have some of them don't have multiple things that we have, and we just sit back all day and do nothing. Boy, let me tell you, if that don't inspire you, I don't know what will. But that is amazing.
Amazing. And he was born that way. He was
born. Exactly. Born that way. And he's doing what he's doing. Wonderful story. Bravo, Mr. Brown. Thank you so much for that, Jesse. We're going to give him the thumbs up and the applause from us from Movement Worldwide. Amazing story. I love that. Love that. Come on, fellas. Come on, take us to the next tea time topic.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty, going on to the next one here. Ooh, she better wear her little hair color, hunty. All right. So this one is hair, our crowning glory. Meet Angela H. Brown, founder and CEO of Deserve Healthy Hair, which produces the first plant-based product line that reverses extreme hair loss issues much faster than most products on the market today. You better go, woman. Black girls rock. She created and launched her hair care brand in 2016. Deserve Healthy Hair Care products have blown customers away with the simple steps but big results, and how the product cater to all textures. Angela's humble beginning started when she started a salon professional in 1989, and she was told that she was not smart enough to do anything else. She has always had to work extremely hard behind the chair to make ends meet. Angela deep down knew that she was meant to accomplish more in life. She beat all odds in her mid-40s, come on, when she noticed that so many people were losing their hair rapidly. She saw a need and she stepped in. She noticed people were losing their hair rapidly and she developed the product to take care of everything that people complain about and suffer from in hair care. On social media, many people have stated that her products are the truth and instantly changed the lives of the customers who use Deserve products. Angela has always been the underdog. Now she is proving to the world that Deserve Healthy Hair Care products will one day be a household name in homes and salons worldwide. My God, today, you better do it, woman. You better do it, do it, do it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me tell you, when you can make your product go worldwide, that's what I'm talking about. Angela has proven that stubborn hair can and will regrow with understanding, performance, application, coaching, and consistency. So nevertheless, she developed a proven system called Deserve PACC Hair Loss Treatment System. When educating salon professionals, Angela says, understanding our clients' texture matters. This year, she is focused on getting potential new clients to reach their hair goals by changing old hair neglect and habits. In humble beginnings, Angela's first product was Damage Reversal Elixir Oil. It has remained the top seller as of today. So this year, the company is doing a relaunch and marketing of the product and started changing the lives of so many people who wanted thicker edges, hair, beards, moisture, and annoying itching of the scalp. She feels that the product never had a fair chance to shine all by itself. In 2024 will be a big marketing blast for the product. Although all of the products are so wonderful together, the elixir will have its own dance. Now she will still highlight all of the other bundles and consult potential Deserve customers on how to get the hair help that they need and fall in love with their hair all over again. Angela's passion for regrowing hair has been a God-given purpose, and now she is coming out of hiding to eliminate as many people as possible who have the shame from hair loss. Wow. Now that is what I call amazing. Your thoughts, Annette?
I love her name. The business name, Deserve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so many people would, I mean, a lot of people don't have hair problem, but the ones that do, we deserve to have our edges, and the thickening and all that. So of course we need to stop.
I'm gonna look up her product. I want some.
Yeah, I love her, and I saw her say, "Oh, she is beautiful." Oh my gosh, I loved her. I loved her picture. I loved her story. And hey, she already like, hey, 2024, I'm getting ready to go to the next level. Okay. That's what she's saying.
She's telling y'all, look, y'all better watch out because I'm coming and I'm coming strong. She coming strong in 2024. It may not have gotten the shine that it deserved then, but it's gonna get the shine now. That's what I'm talking about. And we love it. Black girls rock. Gone with your bad self. We give you the thumbs up and applause. Let me tell you, and that it'll be some people out there, but they mess around here and been having those little edges, the edges that start back there. They mess around and have their edges start. Girl, they're gonna be around here like this here, right? Yeah. But they were slinging their hair right.
Girl, girl, look. And they gonna be able
That hair
to
was
lay
going
the
to
baby
town.
hair down too.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And that's amazing. I love that
Yeah.
story. That's very powerful. We
And
do applaud her 100%.
yeah, we do, and we do great things. We
Mhm.
just need somebody to tell us
Mhm.
about it. We
Mhm.
do great things.
Yeah,
We as a
and
people.
anytime I've been on here and I've heard about some of the things that some of the people are doing, swinging their hair back and forth. That's what I swing my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Anytime I hear of some people doing some of the things that they do on here, I do support. I bought one of those dolls. I bought a backpack. You know, when I see products and things that we cover, I always go and find them because I want to know and I want to be a supporter of those businesses. I'm an entrepreneur and I know how it is. You need the support of the people, honey. Can't do what you do. That's why I told y'all want this jewelry. Melissa's Bling Boutique. Better follow her. Melissa Burke on Facebook. Follow her. Get your jewelry, honey. I get mine. Yes. All right, good people. We're going to go to the next one. Come on, fellas. Take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Healing for your soul and hairline.
That's right. You sure feel better, child, when you got some hair.
Listen. Jesse come with some, and I'm gonna give
I
her.
love it.
For that hairline. All right, for the next tea time topic. Here we go. We're almost done.
We're almost done. Okay, this one here is you got to believe in something. I thought about car wash, so you got to believe in something. Twin brothers Davon and Tevon Woods from Pennsylvania, who were adopted at the age of 2, are embarking on a 600-mile walk from Sumter to Philadelphia for 31 days to raise awareness about foster care with their movement called hashtag Foster Care Matters. They are stepping up for a cause close to their heart. Foster care isn't talked about enough, Devon told WLTX. Tavon added, all they wanted to do is share their story and share stories of other kids that went through foster care. I know a young lady went through foster care. She went through a lot of homes. Having been placed in foster care system immediately after birth and adopted at 2 years old. Wow. The Sumter-born brothers aim to provide relatable experiences for kids who might feel voiceless in the system. We walked in their shoes, and a lot of our stories are pretty much similar, Davon said. Their journey will take them from the Sumter County Courthouse to Philadelphia, carrying one backpack, each wearing donated Hoka shoes, which I don't know what that is. They covered various states before, and their longest trek was a 96-mile journey from Georgia to Florida. Wow. Just mentally, it's very hard just to be able to push. And we do 20 plus miles a day, he said. That's walking 8 hours straight. Wow, that's a lot of walking. But the brothers find the strength to persevere, driven by the mission to bring attention to foster care issues. Moreover, support from the community is pouring in, with residents like their friend Justin McCoon acknowledging the sacrifice and crucial awareness the brothers are generating. It's taken far faster than I could believe, McCoon said, emphasizing the impact of their journey. The brothers appreciate the support from their community, with Tavon stating, just to know that we have the support of the city is amazing. For Davon and Tavon, the walk is not only raising awareness, but also strengthening their unbreakable bond. Devon said it's definitely a blessing, and on these walks, it's just make us stronger because we're just be talking about everything that we experience, how everything is happening now for us. And that is Davon and Tavon. You got to believe in something, and they believe that will make a difference with them bringing the awareness of foster care.
Child, I'd be huffing and puffing and pumping and sweating in the first hour.
Me too.
They'd have to pull up. They had to pull over for me. That's a long walk, but you know what? I applaud them, people who do stuff like that. And people, that's something to see. And people do gravitate to that, and it brings awareness, and they raise money. And I love it. I love it. I mean, the cause is amazing. We pray Psalms 91 over them and that they finish strong in Jesus Christ's name. I
Yeah,
know that's right.
I know that's right, man.
I
That's
know
so
that's right.
amazing to
Oh
me.
my God.
And the
That
good
is
thing is
amazing.
that they were both adopted together because
Yes,
so many times those
they're
kids get
separated.
separated. Yeah, and they
A lot of
find
times
each
they
other out.
separate them. They do.
Yeah, I saw a story
I'm
about some
glad that they
triplets. So
hmm
yeah.
Wow. Wow. So we give them the thumbs up and the applause. Applaud them. Applaud y'all for
Anita, we talked about the stuff we would get mad about earlier, so we could end positive.
yes. Yes. That's a good way to hey, we finishing strong. We
We
finishing
finishing
strong. We ain't walking,
strong.
but we finishing strong. All right, it's time for our last one. Y'all know we like to go to the history. So we're going for our history topic. Come on, fella.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. We always love to go to a history point, and this is ours. Your gift will make room for you. Matilda Sincerietta Joyner was born January 5th, 1868 or 1869 in a house on Bart Street in Portsmouth, Virginia, United States, to Jeremiah Malachi Joyner, an African Methodist Episcopal minister, and Henrietta Bill, a singer in a church choir, a washerwoman. Her father had formerly been enslaved, but was educated and literate. She was the oldest of three children, although her siblings died when they were young. Matilda Joyner was nicknamed as Sissy or Tilly by her family and friends and began singing around the house at a young age. She studied with Ada Baroness Lancome. In the late 1880s, Jones was accepted at the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston, studying under Flora Batson of Bergen Star Company. In February 1892, Jones performed at the White House for President Benjamin Harrison. She sang for 4 consecutive presidents: Harrison, Grover Cleveland, William McKinley, and Theodore Roosevelt, and the British royal family. For 3 of her White House performances, Jones had to enter the building through the back. She was finally allowed to enter from the front door of the Roosevelt performance. Jones performed at the Grand Negro Jubilee at New York's Madison Square Garden in April 1892 before an audience of 75,000 people. She sang the song Swanee River, way down upon the Swanee River, and selections from Verdi's La Traviata. I know that collection. In June 1892, Jones became the first African American to sing at the Music Hall in New York, renamed Carnegie Hall the following year. In 1883, she married David Richard Jones, a news dealer and hotel bellman, when she was 14 years old. Wow. He served as her first manager. She filed for divorce in 1898, citing his drunkenness and lack of support. She divorced him in 1899 for his misuse of their money and gambling. In 1915, her mother fell ill, so Jones retired from performing and moved back to Rhode Island to take care of her. She devoted her remainder of her life to her church and caring for her mother, also taking homeless children and caring for her 2 adopted children. She lived off her holdings for a number of years, but was eventually forced to sell most of her property to survive, including most of her medals and jewels and 3 of her 4 houses. In her final years, the president of the local NAACP chapter helped pay her taxes and water bill and provided her family with coal and wood. She died in poverty on June 24, 1933, from cancer at the Rhode Island Hospital in Providence, Rhode Island. She did not have the money to pay for a gravestone upon her death and is buried in her hometown at Grace Church Cemetery. In 2018, money was raised to finally place a headstone on her grave. The headstone was erected in June of that year. Wow. You know, it's amazing that this is a story of so many people who start off with great, great accomplishments and then die penniless. You know, it's a sad thing to see, but to see the accomplishments that she made, even coming from descendants of slavery, you know, father being, you know, was a slave, and she was born like shortly after, you know, slavery ended. So she did this during a time that Black people were still viewed as animals and not human. You know, they still didn't. It took years after. It took 100 years after for us to get our civil rights. So that's amazing to see that some of the things that she was able to do, and to enter the front door of the White House to sing. All the other times she had to go through the back door. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, but that's why it kind of bothered me, even when I saw Haley and I guess he's still our governor. It don't seem like he is. Was saying about racism, trying to use words. Well, it was bad. But the forefathers knew. The forefathers, they know nothing. They ain't know what's gonna happen in 100 years. If they could come back now and see some of the accomplishment, they'll be shocked.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. And so to say that,
Exactly.
but here this woman that was saying for the White House and couldn't go in the front door. Really?
Mm-hmm.
So racism was real. And they say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you need to stop talking about racism." I'll stop talking about it when you stop running around with
Please.
that stupid flag on on
Come
your
on.
truck in a war that you lost anyway,
Come
a fight
on.
you lost. Because
You lost the
so when
war.
you stop
Somebody's
talking,
back.
you start talking about George Washington and and all them and Abe Lincoln. He never told a lie. That's a lie right there. That he didn't tell a lie. When y'all stop talking about that, then we'll stop talking.
Come on now. But you know what? We still applaud her. From Movement Worldwide.
Yeah, think about it. Even in New York, with she was the first Black person to sing there.
Right.
We ended up going, last year with Jay's. That's wow,
Carnegie Hall. She was the
yes,
first Black, and then your
she's the first
grandson
Black.
sang there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. All right, good people. That is the end of our topics. We have come to the end of our show tonight. We thank y'all so much. You could have gone anywhere with your time, but you chose to stop by here with your favorite co-host, myself and Annette L. Anderson, and have this threefold conversation with us on tonight. So before we leave, we want to ask you to do a few things for us. The video you're watching, please subscribe, like, follow, whatever it is on a platform. Please hit the like button, thumbs up, heart, whatever it is, and please click that arrow and share it everywhere. It will still be up and it will still be a blessing to somebody. So please subscribe, like, and share. You can also sow a seed. You can sow 3 ways. One is via Cash App, $ Movement Worldwide. You can zell us at info@movementworldwide.org, or you can become a patron, which is a monthly covenant partner giving. Go to our website, movementworldwide.org, click the red button. It will take you to patreon.com. You can set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. So please sow good seed into good soil. Also, everywhere you see the globe above Annette's head and that acronym, follow us, and then email us your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, and topic ideas to info@movementworldwide.org. Now, let me give the rundown of what we have going on all week. On Tuesday nights, Annette graces us with her incredible presence. Please visit her website, AnnetteLAnderson.com. That's AnnetteLAnderson.com. You will see all of her many wonderful organizations there. But on Tuesday night, she's booed up with the Pastor Leonard Anderson.
Don't tell me.
They boot up and they do their TNT with the Andersons. What's TNT? Glad you asked. That's TNT, Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That's speak, orate, articulate, and had to get all my prep moves in. Speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. That is every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. And I'm going to get you on X too. Facebook, YouTube, and X. She's coming.
Okay.
She's coming to X, y'all. And then on Wednesdays, come right back here. Follow us right here. Again, on Wednesday nights. We're here on Thursday tonight because we had to postpone it because of technical difficulties. But we're here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Can We Talk? Your favorite co-host. We have a threefold conversation starting with the idioms, phrases, those comments, those topics, those things that make you go, That's our transformational topic. And then, it's going to rip that Band-Aid out and have that hard to have conversation, which is the power tool. And it uplifts you, it builds you up, it fixes those broken places. Come on, get that power tool. And then we go from the good, bad, and the ugly, keeping it light, but keeping it real, and giving you history with our incredible tea time topics. So that's Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. live. And then on Fridays, and this Friday I will be on, and I won't have the problem with my with my internet, because I was in the sticks, y'all, and I can't even tell you when I got cut off. Oh God, it was a mess. But you know what? I thank God for my moderators and everybody taking over, and that did an incredible job. I went back and listened. So join us each and every Friday night on Clubhouse. Go to your app store, your Google apps, or your app store with Apple. Download Clubhouse. It's got a hand. Download it. Set up your account if you don't have one. Turn on those notifications. Let me tell you, turn it on for us. Join us in the Movers and Shakers house. Now I have to change our commercial because it's still showing our last year's topic. So I will make sure I make that change this week. But our topic this year is the year of the breakthrough. We breaking through, y'all. We're going to see some breakthroughs. We're going to have some revelation and some breakthroughs this year. So join us every Friday night at 8 p.m. live in the Movers and Shakers house. Download that app, follow us, find me, find Annette. But if you're still having those technical difficulties, you can always, text the word movers to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you. And then you know how you act like you done something real good. You did your nice little solo, and then you get so download the word. Text the word movers to that number that you see on the screen, 954-820-5050. You'll get a link into the room in progress, and you'll get notifications when we're live and we have special people. I know it's a great, I know y'all want to encore, but not tonight. And then on Sundays, join us right back here on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. live for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, Annette.
Ways.
There is always a word for you. Your last thoughts, Annette.
All righty. So I just want my last thought to be something that you said earlier. Instead of sinking down in despair, we can learn to swim, to depend totally on God and grab the rail of his promises. So you got a choice to make. Either you're going to sink or you're going to swim.
All right.
And that's what I wanted to share.
Okie dokie, sink or swim it is. All right. And it won't be because you don't know where to go, because a lot of us suffer from lack of direction, but God has the direction for you to go in. So follow him. Amen. And then you won't sink. All right. All right, good people. That concludes our broadcast tonight. Thank you again for joining us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, but we gotta go. So we're gonna give
y'all love. Boom, y'all.
Some kisses. Love y'all so much, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with the Andersons, each and every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on multiple platforms. For more information and other services, visit AnnetteLAnderson.com. Your faithful co-hosts, Annette and Anita, along with the best mods this side of heaven, are live on Clubhouse in the Movers and Shakers house with Operation Manifestation every Friday night at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss this fiery conversation. If you don't have your copy yet, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Another milestone reached. Get your copy of The Wow Effect by Anita Faye Wilson, available on all platforms, or you can visit AnitaFayeWilson.com. And you can always catch us live on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. for Can We Talk? Join us with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Get yours today. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Sow good seed into good soil. You can sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, Zelle at info@movementworldwide.org, or by becoming a patron. You can visit our website at movementworldwide.org, click the red button, go to patreon.com, and set up your account today. And remember to follow us on all platforms. Like, subscribe, click that notification button, and don't forget to share.